Hello again and welcome to your weekly sports report. As always, I'm your host, Anis Melham, the Phenom, and I'm with my co-host,
Sunny Big Man Deal,
and
Jasper, just like Assange.
Welcome to the PBHL edition of the weekly sports report. Now, before we get into the PBHL, we did just want to mention the Punjabi Basketball Association will be starting up probably in January of 2019, and they're looking for you. They're looking for players, for teams, so come out and participate in that league. It is predominantly made up of the Edmonton Indo-Canadian community. Now, the goal of the league is to grow the game of basketball in the Indo-Canadian community for all talent levels. The PBA will be a league that is safe, fun, and fair. Many people in the community already play basketball. They love the game, but they don't have a league that they feel comfortable participating in, while many others have had a terrible experience maybe playing in some of the existing Edmonton leagues, which are maybe a little poorly managed. So more official details will follow in the near future, and we will bring those details as they become available. But at this point in time, we're just gauging whether or not there's a lot of interest for the league. The PBA will have a very similar setup to the PBHL. So you guys are the target market, which has been an exceptionally fun league, and feel familiar to all those who are joining. Tell your friends if you guys don't play. Maybe you have some cousins, brothers, anyone that would be interested in playing. Now, they're aiming for 8 teams in the first season. Team jerseys are league provided, and there will be a draft and appointed captains. And the drafting will be broadcast live via Twitter. Trades will be allowed up until a trade deadline. And there will be more details about the schedule and some of the rules and so on as those become available. But please do get in touch with the PBA on their Twitter account at PBA_Edmonton or by email at pbaedmonton@gmail.com. And you'll be sending your messages to Garjot Sidhu. But let's move on to the PBHL. It was another great week of hockey as the back-to-backs continued in the PBHL. But before we get into the action, let's talk about some of the action that occurred off the rink leading up to Friday's trade deadline. And there were quite a few trades. The first trade was done between the Saturday and Sunday games, and it was a big one. Henry Singer sent Chandan Sangha, Mahmoud Mahfouz, and Aman Barj to Dillon Insurance in return for Prab Thind, Amiraj Jawanda, and Jatin Jasser. Now, things didn't slow down after that as we saw 4 trades on Monday. The day started off with first place All India adding veteran defenseman Jaspal Desant. Our very own Jado got traded from Henry Singer for Balraj Lally. And shortly after, we saw our first 3-team trade of the season as Vacuums R Us, Eyes on 34th, and Art Custom Homes made the trio swap. Art Custom Homes picked up rental Raj Verdi. Vacuums R Us added 2-way forward Randy Jattu. And Eyes on 34th were able to add defenseman Sim Mahal. The day was finished off with Henry Singer making 2 more trades. They were hella busy. And the first sending another veteran in Preet Sandhu to Eyes on 34th in exchange for Sukhman Sandhu. Then ending the day moving Suksham Shan to Fancy Doors and Moldings for Rajbir Atwal. We'll go a little bit more in depth into the trades and the team perspectives later on in the team recaps. But we have seen a PBHL record setting 11 trades with a total of 37 players exchanged so far, with teams still having till 5 p.m. Friday to make moves. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, next season, let's do a trade deadline show.
We should have done it Monday, man. The amount of trades that happened Monday.
We should have done something.
I don't think we expected it to happen on Monday.
No.
Originally, what we were thinking is we could do that, but then everything happened on Monday. So
Hey, there's still time for trades to happen tomorrow.
We'll break them down.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it.
It's still 5 p.m.
They took a lot of it away from us, but we'll talk about it.
Well, it's good for this show, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was a lot to talk about today.
So let's get into the team recaps, starting with first place. All India entered this weekend looking to maintain their position that they've held all year. They started off things the right way, winning Saturday's game 4-1 versus Henry Singer, but things didn't go to plan on Sunday playing without Rob Gackle, who was and suspended D-man Amit Singh, and they dropped that game 3-1 to the underman Dylan Insurance. All India dropped to 0-2 without their captain in the lineup. Sunny Bussey and Anup Sahota, though, led their team this weekend with a goal and an assist each. As mentioned before, Rob made a move bringing in veteran D-man Jaspal Desange. And before we get his thoughts on being traded, here's what Rob Gackle had to say regarding his team heading into the trade deadline and the trade. Rob said, team needs to pick it up a notch. We need to get grittier, as that's what wins in the playoffs. There's no meaningful discussions are being had leading up to the trade deadline. We had some offers, but nothing that he was interested in. And the doors are always open. It looks like I'm staying status quo, barring some last-minute offer. Anoop's out for the next 4 weeks. My team has only had 5D all year, and me filling in as the 6th D. So Jaspal just gives us another D-man. Desange is a veteran of the game, has a solid hockey IQ, and can play any role that I give him. So, Rob, I'm going to disagree with you right there. I don't know about this guy's IQ, but why don't you tell us a little bit about your new team and some of the recap about the games?
Like I said, we played them on Saturday, so I got full aware of how the team plays. And actually, we said they were 0-2 without Rob. They're actually 1-2. Rob wasn't there Saturday either.
For your guys' game?
Yeah, he was missing. He was away for both games.
Okay.
So he was 1-2 actually. So yeah, they played well that game. They had a new playing that game. They also had Singer going. Everything was clicking, man. We had a hard time getting into their zone and just getting shots on net. Let alone like getting the puck out of our zone. When they were in our zone, they had us hemmed at times. We just didn't have an answer for that offense. They played well. They're a good team, man.
Yeah, and when Singh and Anoop are both there, it's very.
And then the second game, Singer got suspended at the end of the game.
Yeah.
So he didn't play the second game.
Yeah, and that's a big loss for them. In the
Not just him, him and Gackle.
Yeah, together.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's a huge loss for that team.
That's a.
And for them to have a 3-1 lead and kind of blow it, it sucks. But you know, two of your best players. Hey, 3 of your best players are out. You know, including myself. So, but like I said, and if you want to ask me about the trades, actually a couple of guys had good games for them as well. Their goaltender, Bobby Rye, played well in the first game, played really well in the first game.
He's been playing well all season.
Yeah, he's as a rookie as well. A rookie goaltender's been playing really good hockey.
Yeah.
You know, Noopy played well. People want to talk about a play that happened where Noopy tore my kachi, as they say.
Well, now you get it back at least. Once you get in the locker.
Hey, the funny thing is I taught that boy how to do that, and all of a sudden he does it on me, man. Fucking guy.
Just make sure you stay on your feet with your new team.
Hey, I'll tell you the truth. It was either my kachi getting ripped or my ACL, and I took the kachi, man. I got to play next week, man.
You got to take the kachi in that one.
In that case, you got to take the kachi, right?
I understand where you're
right?
going.
I'm trying to move back, because the kid's just too fast and shifty.
Hey, man, that kid's a beast. What else can you say?
Exactly. So, like I said, talking about the trade itself, what can I say, man? I'm going from, you know, a team that was struggling to make the playoffs to playoff team. And I'm excited to go there, man. Hopefully we can get the job done.
Yeah, you guys have already locked up a playoff spot now, haven't you?
Yeah, that's what I'm told. We got the first place.
They clinched a playoff spot.
You know, Gackle went out of Gackle was on vacation when he made this trade, man. He's telling me he was poolside when he made the trade.
God, making moves.
He
just
called
out of
me.
the country.
He more or less called me. He's like, "Hey, bro, you're wasting an hour of my time at the pool, man. Fuck."
Man, Rob's smart guy. It's a good playoff trade, man. You bring in a veteran guy. He's a good voice in the locker room.
Yeah.
Right? You, like they say, the team's loud, but Desange is loud in a very positive way. He's gonna, if he plays bad, he'll say it. If the team's playing bad, he'll say it. If everybody's playing well, he'll let you know too, right?
Yeah.
So it's a good move. You add a veteran guy who knows the game. It's a good playoff move.
Let's pump myself up. One guy I do want to give credit to from last week as well is I called him out a little bit. Called him the mascot of the league. You know, Jasmine Dawa came in. He scored a nice goal. Played well. So Jazz. Attaboy, you shut me up. I had to buy your dumbass a picture. So way to go. Keep playing like that.
On Jasmine, last 2 weeks he's been playing well.
That's a great response.
He's picking up his play. Last week he played well too. So
it's a great response. Anytime you can shut up Juts, we're all for it.
Neither of them are shutting up. Trust me.
We just got louder, baby. Me and Jazz gonna get louder, yo. We gonna get loud.
Everybody bring earmuffs to this week's game.
You might need earplugs, yo. If we win, you might need some earplugs.
Next up is Gallo and Company. That's Gallo and Company. Big E.
Sometimes they say S is a lot.
I know.
Yeah, because you got no teeth.
Hey, you just make sure you're standing on your feet this weekend.
I'll be fine. Hey, Doopies ain't gonna do that to me no more, man.
So Gallo and company came into the weekend 1 point out of first place and on a 6-game winning streak. These guys were absolutely on fire. Now, they would be without Captain Deep Sangha this weekend, though, who was nursing an ankle injury. But they were able to push their winning streak to 7 games, taking care of the short bench Dillon Insurance. Gallo and company wouldn't be able to make it 8, though, as their streak was finally snapped in a hard-fought 7-4 loss to Vacuums R Us on Sunday. Sonny Kaira led Gallo and company with 2 goals and 2 assists over the weekend, and they were able to catch up with Captain Deep Sangha while he was rehabbing his ankle to get some comments on his team heading into Friday's deadline. Deep said, "We feel like we're heading into the playoffs with good depth. We don't really feel like anything needs to be changed unless it is for the right price. We can always add a depth forward and a little more secondary scoring, but we're mostly satisfied with our team." So, Biggie, why don't you let us know what do you think here about Gallo and company and some of Deep's comments?
They're a tough team to play against. I played them this week. They have a lot of speed on the wing. They're pretty rapid. Deep wasn't there. That's a big loss for them always. So I agree with his comments. I don't really see any reason for them to want to do too much.
Exactly.
They've been playing well. He's coming off a 7-game winning streak, right?
Yeah.
Unless you get something that blows him away.
Yeah. So
hard to argue with a shake-up when you've won 7 in a row.
He's got a deep team. From his forwards to his defense, his top 3 defense are pretty deep.
Yeah.
There's not really much to do. Yeah, I like Deep's team.
Yeah, and even Deep, Sonny K, Jazz, and Noni's having a good year.
Yeah, Noni's having a great year.
They have
Sim's playing out of his mind.
Yeah.
You know, he's playing better than I expected.
Yeah. He has it in him. We talked about last week. He has it in him to play well. It's just as long as he stays concentrated.
Yeah.
But Gallo's a strong team. I don't think they really need to do much. And yeah, he's definitely in a position where if he makes a trade, it's going to be something that.
Yeah. He can't say no.
Yeah. That's a blockbuster.
No.
Yeah.
Some kind of blockbuster that really improves his team.
Next up is Dillon Insurance. Now, they walked into the weekend missing several key players, including Navi Brar, who was leading the league in scoring before Saturday's games. And this proved to be too much Saturday as they fell to Gallo and company 5-2, as we mentioned in the last little bit there. Captain Sonny Brar made moves Saturday evening, though, adding Chandan and Mahfouz and Aman. This seemed to spark Dillon Insurance on Sunday as a hat trick from Sonny Brar himself, and they were able to come out with a 3-1 victory over All India. Sonny Brar led his team over the weekend with 4 goals, and we were able to get a few comments from Sonny regarding his trade and the upcoming trade deadline. Sonny said, "The trade that I made consisted of a few elements. First, Amraj had been stellar for me, but at this point I'm thinking about the playoffs, and he won't be here from August 6th to 13th, so I unfortunately had to trade a player I had deemed non-tradable prior. Secondly, Prab had requested a trade to any team for reasons still unbeknownst to me. I feel Prab's request may have been a blessing in disguise, though, as Chandan absolutely killed it for me in Sunday's game against All India, as well as Mahmoud, who didn't score but was a beast on the penalty kill, and helped set me up for the empty netter that solidified our win. I'm super happy with the trade at this point. Still looking for potential moves to add offense, and perhaps anything else that would help their team." Why don't you tell me what you think of this, Justin?
The trade or the play this.
Well, let's start with the play. Let's start with the games. And then we'll talk about the element that they added in.
I think they were short both games.
They were short both games.
A lot of guys on vacation.
Yeah.
A lot of rookies played a lot of minutes.
Yeah.
I thought them splitting. I think they split as well.
They split.
Yeah, and they played well, man.
Yeah, they did. Especially that second game. They played a smart game against All India.
And that was also after the trade as well.
Yeah. Exactly. They brought in 3 new bodies, which gave them more bodies for, I think, the weekend.
Exactly. And also the smart guys that played the game well. They played well. They're a good team. They're deep. Brar, the reason, like I said, he doesn't know why, what's his name, Prab wanted to trade. Yeah. The reason why is Prab was sick and tired of the chocolate milk after the game.
Yeah.
Prab is not a chocolate milk drinker. Yeah. Sonny Brar drafted a team that just drinks chocolate milk after the game. Prab needs a beer and a rye Coke.
Yeah.
So Prab was like, fuck this. I'm done with the chocolate milk.
Yeah.
Give me a goddamn rye Coke.
That's why Prab walked in superly hungover.
Yeah, he was on my game. He was playing with me the next game, and he was fucked up. But he played well. He played well for us.
I agree with you, though. Sonny's team, they've been playing really well lately.
Yeah.
They've been finding their footing. They've been consistent.
And they played this week without Sanjay and without Navi Brar.
Which is massive.
Yeah, and to go 50-50 and get points That's huge. And then when he made that trade from Mafus and Chandan's, I feel Chandan's pretty underrated.
I agree with you, actually.
Not many people know him as how good he is.
Yeah.
He's not very flashy on the offense. If he could only develop a shot, he would be so much better.
Honestly, I didn't know much about him either until we played you guys.
Yeah, he's very good with the puck.
He moves the ball up very well.
Yeah, only thing, like I said, lacking from his game is a shot.
Yeah.
If he had a shot, he'd be so much more deadlier.
Yeah.
Because when he has the puck on offense, he's going to pass it or he's going to float it on net.
Yeah, you kind of know.
But defensively, he's a stud. He moves the puck quick. He's very very smart with the ball.
He's intelligent overall.
And he just makes the defense better.
Yeah.
And Mafus, same thing. He's a good offensive player.
Fast.
You throw him on a line, he can help that line out.
Yeah.
Carry that line. He was carrying our offense at one point.
Yeah.
So I like the trade that Sonny Bar made.
Yeah, I did as well, man.
So it makes his team a little bit deeper. And the thing is, Jawanda wasn't going to be there.
Yeah.
Right. So as good as Jawanda is, Bar's thinking playoffs, and that's a smart move.
That's what I mean. Considering one guy asking trade and one guy not being in the playoffs, you got a very good return.
Yeah,
because you got guys that I don't think there's any really drop off there.
I think they're equal or better.
Exactly, and now we have them for the playoffs.
Yeah, and Bar's thinking playoffs. This is gonna be a tough team to beat.
Yeah, I like what Sonny did, and like he said, they could be looking for more offense. I could see them trying to find a speedy player to play with Navi. Navi's got a lot of speed.
Yeah.
Then you have Sanjay and Sonny on the line. That's gonna be hard to stop.
Yeah. They have a good team. Only team with good defense will be able to stop that. I think a team like All India has that.
Yeah. Yeah. All India's they have had the formula for everybody so far, right?
A little shameless plug for his own team there.
He just got deeper. What can I say?
Let's move on over to Vacuums Are Us. Now, they entered the weekend following a disappointing performance last week where they dropped both games in overtime. They would be missing several key players for both games, but Vacuums Are Us showed that they have fight, going 2-0 this weekend. The first game, they won an absolute thriller 7-6 in overtime, with Cal Sahota picking up a hat trick. Sunday saw Vacuums Are Us snap Gallows and Company's 7-game winning streak, as mentioned a little bit earlier, as Captain Bobby Banga scored another hat trick, helping the squad get the 7-4 victory. Gurp Bungle led his team over the weekend, picking up 2 goals and 8 assists, taking over the league lead with 30 points. We were able to catch up with Captain Bobby Banga and get some comments regarding the status of his team heading into the trade deadline and some thoughts on the trade that he made earlier this week. Bobby says, "I really like my team. This being my second year as a captain, I had a better feel for the draft. We ended up with a well-balanced team, and that's why you've only seen one trade from me all season." Speaking of the trade, we lost RV, who was a big part of our team. He has a high hockey IQ and moved the ball really well. But we targeted Randy because he's shown a high hockey IQ himself, and he plays both ends of the floor. We're very excited to see him putting on the Khalistan colors. Regarding the deadline, our team has come together a long way. Locker room and chat may have been quiet at first, but I see the camaraderie now. It's building every week. I don't want to trade anyone away because I see we have the potential to win the ship. The sky's the limit for Vacuums Are Us. Biggie, why don't you tell us a little bit more about Bobby Banga's team?
Yeah, I'm on that team, and he's right. Like, the chat and stuff was quiet at first, but now, like, it's fun. It's fun going into that locker room. It's fun being with those guys. We've proven that we can play well when we commit to our game plan. And this week was that we were short both games. We battled. Our top guys performed. What can you say? Gert Bengal's ripping it up. 30 points this season already. It's almost 2.5 points per game. Cal had a big game. Bobby himself stepped up for the team. Desange, you were saying last week after that performance, the bigger names, the leadership guys had to step up. They all did. KD had a 4-point game. It was a good weekend for us. What we got to understand is, though, it doesn't mean we won anything yet, right? We have to take that mentality week to week.
Are you worried that you're still giving up a lot of goals?
We are. We definitely are. One thing has been, though, we haven't had our defense for several weeks. We've just had 2 guys there, and we have to move forwards back. So now we're getting Gopi back this week, and maybe Sukhman, he'll be back soon. So we're hoping that helps. But it is. We are giving up a lot of goals, and that's for sure. And a lot of that has to do is we have to make an effort as a team for everybody to get back. If the ball gets turned over, the forward can't stop and get upset. He's got to run back. And when we do that, when we play as a unit, we're a difficult team to play against.
Thanks for drenching me.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Fucking guy.
You're the one that gave me 2 joints.
We promised you an umbrella.
I don't see it.
Putin took it.
Not getting food. Stole the umbrella. The only umbrella in the building.
Pizza 38 was a new-look team following their big trade last week, and they were looking to make a statement with a strong weekend. Things didn't start out as they wanted, though, as they lost a back-and-forth game 7-6 in overtime to Vacuums R Us, as we just mentioned. Things weren't looking so good in Game 2 either, as they trailed 3-1 going into the second half. All three newcomers, Rajan Tammi, Sandeep Gill, and Sam Punyan, who got the overtime winner, scored for Pizza 38 to lead them to a comeback 4-3 win over Gokia. Akash Mehta led the way for Pizza 38 with 3 goals and 3 assists over the weekend, including a hat-trick Saturday versus Vacuums R Us. Captain Jesse Verdi was unavailable for a comment, but we were able to catch up with assistant captain Manny Sira, who had some comments regarding his Pizza 38 squad. Money said the team needs to find a little bit more of a killer instinct, but I don't think we need to look outside the locker room to find it. I'm confident that is something that we have here in the room, and it showed on Sunday when we were able to come back from being down 3-1 to beat Gokia. Is Money on the right track, Jado?
Maybe.
With his comments, I mean.
Yeah, obviously he's got to say that he's part of the team.
I understand.
But from outside looking
from an outside perspective.
First of all, let's talk about the additions they've made.
Okay.
Tommy called him out last week, told him that he was my dad of the week.
He stepped up.
The boy came on and played well. So props to Tommy. You had a hell of a game. You had a hell of a weekend. Yeah. You shut me up. So
that's 2.
That's
2.
I'm planning to go 3-0.
Hey, that's what we want with this stuff.
I'm not here to call people out and say, "Oh, you played like shit." I just feel like the guys that are calling out, you can play better.
Exactly.
Because I've seen you play better.
It's not a criticism.
I'm just saying. Sam Punyan and the second game when they were down 3-1, I believe they were.
Yeah.
They came back and won. All three of those guys had a goal. Sam Punyan, Sandeep Gill, and Raj and Tommy all scored.
Yeah.
Right. The one thing I do have to say is that when your team has a 2-goal lead in the first game against, I guess it was you guys.
Yeah, multiple times.
They had 2-goal leads twice.
Yeah.
And you blow them.
Yeah.
You can't do that. Come playoff time, you gotta shut that down.
And discipline too. You can't take that many penalties.
Yeah, you can't do that either. Because the thing is, other teams are gonna capitalize on that.
Yeah.
They're gonna score goals.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like you still gave up a lot of goals this weekend.
10 goals total.
10 goals total.
Yeah.
That's a lot of goals. Yeah. So you're hoping to score 6 goals a game to win.
Yeah, you can't win like that. And that's the same thing you were mentioning with us. You have to play better defense.
Yeah.
To win in this league, it's going to be on defense.
It's going to exactly
in the playoffs.
The game gets tighter.
Yeah, there's very few shootouts.
Yeah.
Maybe
there is no shootouts.
Yeah.
Well, no more there isn't, right? Because the rules have changed.
Yeah.
It goes continuous overtime.
Yeah.
So teams used to back in the day just play for the shootout and try to play tight.
Yeah.
So now they've eliminated that. Thank God.
Yeah.
So now we can just continuous OT.
Yeah. But still, you're not going to be able to rely on 6 goals, right?
No.
You're going to have to play a more defensive game, a solid game, right?
That's my one criticism about the team is the defense, the team defense. Maybe the goaltending needs to be better.
Yeah.
If you have two or 3 2-goal leads, you can't be blowing those. I understand you guys came back from a 2-goal lead the next day.
Yeah.
Something must have been said at halftime or something.
Yeah.
Jesse Verdi or Manny Serra or somebody must have started yelling.
Yeah.
Get guys motivated. But if you're not motivated to come in and play right away...
And that's a very good point, Desange, because if they lose that game, all of a sudden after this trade, they go 0-2, it's starting to look really bad.
Exactly.
The whole room shifting at that point, right?
So that was a huge comeback victory.
So they needed it, and their new guys were the ones who led them, so that's big. It's big. Huge. It's something to build on.
Yeah. But I think the guys that are on the team before, I think they need to step it up a little bit.
Yeah. They need to be, because they're the leaders. They're the guys that need to be like, we need to lock it down out here. We got to play better defensively.
Yeah.
If the goaltending issue, they got to have a conversation with goalie. Guppy's capable.
Well, he should be.
If you're going to spend a second-round pick on the goalie, you have to make sure
he's capable of making those saves.
Yeah. And he is.
And especially if you're up 2 goals twice.
Yeah. So, I agree with you. They have a strong team, but that defensive...
Other than Verdi, I don't like... They got Verdon, I think his name is, Manny Serra's brother-in-law.
Yeah.
They got a couple of guys. I know they have Sal and Dollywall.
Yeah. Good defenseman.
I think he's on vacation. He's gone somewhere, but
and they're good defensemen.
They're not bad, but things other than Verdi, it really falls off.
Yeah, they don't have that necessarily that second top line defenseman, right?
Who they can throw at every other shift.
Yeah. So
or maybe we just don't know of them.
Yeah.
Maybe they have one. We just haven't seen them.
We'll watch for them.
Yeah, we'll watch.
But they got to do it as a team too, right?
Yeah. The team defense has to be better.
And if they do figure that out, I think they're very dangerous.
They have all the pieces. They have a lot of pieces there. They have a good team, but well, maybe we'll see if Jesse Rudy makes a trade by tomorrow.
Yeah, there's still
Show up that defense.
5 o'clock
Yeah.
tomorrow. There's still time.
I knew he was looking for. I knew he I think he asked Sonny about me as well.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened there. I don't know what the price was, but like I said, I'm happy to go to All India. Now that you guys know that, I'm very happy to go to All India.
Well, I think there's a lot of teams that they would like to add defense always, right?
I think you can't have enough.
You can't have enough.
never have enough
And there's a
defense.
lot of guys who are playing defense. You could probably put in a different role,
Yeah.
even forward. You make yourself deeper, right?
Exactly.
So it wouldn't surprise me if they were asking.
Fancy Doors and Moldings were looking to bounce back after a tough week last week, which included a mammoth 8-0 loss. Captain Amit Man and his squad did that by responding with a strong weekend, going 2-0. They started off the weekend beating Eyes on 34th, a team that had just won 3 straight, 5-0. They followed that up with a 3-2 victory over Art Custom Homes, as Mitu Sweetness Gill
Holy fuck.
got his second of the season, getting the game-winning goal and his team the win. Arjun Dhaliwal led Fancy Doors and Moldings with 4 goals and 2 assists over the weekend. Captain Amit Man also made a trade earlier this week, adding Suksham Shan from Henry Singer, and we were able to get some comments from Captain Amit regarding his team, trade deadline, and the addition of Suksham. Amit says, we have a strong offensive core. I traded some key depth players to stack up our offense. We have 2 strong D-men that can hold the fort, but I'm looking to potentially push for another top D-man. Currently, we have 5 centers on the team, so we have a lot of assets to work with. Suksham is a young player who comes onto a team that is looking to make noise in the playoffs. He's a good friend, and now teammate Mani Channa and him were working on Fancy Doors and Moldings face-offs and breakouts at Velma Baker this week. He's willing to do what it takes to win the championship. So, Biggie, why don't you tell us a little bit more about Fancy Doors and Moldings and what you think about Amit's comments?
Hey, this is another team we called out last week.
Plus the trade.
Yeah.
I called him on. I called out his whole team, so let's make that 3 for 3.
That is 3 for 3.
3-0.
We had a lot
That
of
is 3-0. Let's give that one to you. Just
we
give him his
said
credit.
a lot about him last week, which was deserved last week.
Yeah,
Right?
and he came on and shut me up.
They stepped up this week. They played well. They showed when they have their whole team there, they're a hard team to play against.
Yeah.
When guys are missing, I don't know if they have the depth. We'll figure that out. We'll find that out, right? But when they're all there, they're a very difficult team. They look strong. Joe Sandu, who I said let in some weak goals last week, played really well this week.
Yeah.
They need that from him. He has to keep that consistent. But they were strong. They looked like a team that could contend.
How about that Mitu goal? I'm pretty sure I hit him in the ass and went in. Oh, so let's not give him too much credit.
Both his goals haven't been a shot this year.
I think it's hit his ass or his chin.
One, he batted on the air props. I don't know what happened to this one, but he's been mentioned twice, and that's 2 times too many.
Mitu came into the bar with the biggest smile on his face. I got the winning goal on it. I gotta talk about that. We're talking about it, Mitu.
Yeah. You still suck, Mitu. Yeah. You have no eye-hand coordination.
Yeah.
And we'll see you on Saturday again.
Yeah. And the trade.
But good for you, Mitu. That was a big goal.
Regarding the trade, Justin knows more about Suksham. He played with him.
Yeah, Suksham's he's a good kid.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure, but I heard that he wanted to be traded.
Yeah.
Don't know the reason why.
Yeah.
Didn't really ask why, but he's a decent player. Good. He played well on the third line for Henry Singer.
Yeah.
Took a lot of draws. Centerman. Plays that 2-way game. Sometimes he gets a little bit lost on defense, but that can be taught.
Yeah.
It's a good trade. I like it. I think it's a good trade for Suksham as well. I think that after hearing that he wanted to be traded, this would be a good environment for him. Playoff team. Hopefully he gets to play some minutes, and let's see what he can do out there.
Gives him a little bit of speed too.
Yeah, he's a quick kid.
They have Arjun, who's fast.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily have that much speed.
Yeah.
This gives them some speed for sure.
That's true.
Is Amit looking to add anything on his team going into the deadline tomorrow?
I think he might be looking for some defense. I don't know anybody who isn't. Everybody's looking for defense, but I understand he's got 2 really good defensemen in Harsale and Jeevan.
Yeah.
He could use a third.
Yeah, I think I get what you mean. Like, I think he's one of the guys that will be actively looking to make a move tomorrow.
Well, he mentioned he has 5 centers, right? So I mean,
trade one
deep.
of them.
Yeah, he's deep in that position where he can trade from a position of strength to grab some D.
I think he would be because Monty is aggressive. He's aggressive. He's not scared to make a trade.
I personally think he'll make a trade.
Yeah,
I think he'll trade one of his centermen
Yeah, he like you said, he gets 5. You don't need 5 centermen, right?
Yeah, he'll trade a centerman depending on which one he trades.
Yeah.
Or, because...
Yeah, I agree with that. I think he'll add a defenseman for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily sure if he'll be one of those caliber defensemen or if he'll just add depth on D.
Yeah.
But
even just adding a depth defenseman would be good.
It improves, right? It improves the situation. So I think I wouldn't be surprised if we see Mon make a deal for 5 o'clock tomorrow.
Could have a good puck-moving defenseman, but All India got in there. Got that guy real quick.
I heard they were involved in that too, though.
Being involved and getting the deal done is 2 different things.
Yeah, but I think Sonny's a good... we'll talk about that later.
All right.
Eyes on 34th captain Buddy Gandoki and his Eyes on 34th team entered this weekend's game riding a 3-game winning streak, and we're looking to continue those winning ways. They would be without superstar Sim Sandhu and key figure Greg Gandoki for Saturday's game against a hungry Fancy Doors and Moldings team. Eyes on 34th weren't able to match that hunger, dropping the game 5-0. They then entered Sunday's game with Sim returning and bounced back with a 6-4 win in a tough game versus Henry Singer. Sim Sandhu led Eyes on 34th with 2 goals and 3 assists, moving his point total to a staggering 19 points in just 5 games. This guy needs to play more. This guy just needs to come out and play more.
I don't know if the rest of the league would agree
Yeah,
with
exactly.
Well, hey, that's a talent, man. Captain Buddy Gandoki made 2 trades the following day, adding defenseman Sim Mahal and veteran forward Preet Sandhu. He had this to say regarding his team and the players that he acquired in the trades. Buddy said, going into the deadline, we weren't looking to make any major changes as I feel we have what it takes to win the championship within our locker room. The addition of Sim helps solidify our defense. He's fast, tenacious, moves the ball well. Our team is more well-rounded with him on the back end. With Preet, it was a depth move by bringing in a guy who will give 100% every shift. He plays with heart and determination. With Sakman missing the entire playoffs, this trade was a no-brainer for me. Jossa, was the trade a no-brainer? And what do you think of Eyes on 34th performance over the weekend?
We got to play them on Sunday.
Yeah.
And we were told that, well, not told, but we thought that Sim wasn't going to be there because he was on vacation or for a wedding or something.
Yeah.
Talked to him later on in the bar as we were sitting there having a drink. Told me that he was drunk, wasted, just fucking plastered, and decided to book a ticket at 4:30 in the morning to come back. Jeez. So he came back literally after a couple hours of sleep and put that kind of performance up.
That's incredible.
Yeah, he came on and he played. He changed that game.
He's elite, man.
If he wasn't there, I honestly believe that Henry Singer would have won that game. That was probably one of the best games that we've played all year.
Yeah, you guys played with heart that game.
We
you
had
were down
to
3-0 at one point, made it 3-2, and then you were down 5-2, and made it 5-4.
We kept battling up, but like he was just too much. We only had 4 defensemen. I was out there a lot against him. He's a handful. He's a beast.
He has the ability to take over the game.
Yeah, he does.
He literally can just take over the game, change the entire complexion of the game.
Yeah.
And he does it week to week.
He makes everybody around him better.
Yeah.
He makes Canny better. Canny's not this good. I'm going to tell you right now.
Canny's a very good player.
Canny's a good player.
But
Canny's a good player. He's a solid player. But the way he's playing right now is because of Sim.
It brings him to another level.
Sim opens up seams that Canny just walks into.
And that's the thing. If Canny gets those opportunities...
Yeah, Canny's got a good hell of a shot.
Yeah.
Right? But Canny's not that good.
Yeah.
I played with him last year and he couldn't do shit.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, the reason why Canny's having a great year is once he got traded, he got to play with Sim. And it just works. They just work together.
Hey, and he's taking advantage of it, right? That's something to say you have to take advantage of.
Yeah, he has taken advantage. The first game, they were kind of short-handed.
Yeah.
Missing a lot of guys. Apparently Greg hurt his back. Fucking tough loss not having Greg there.
Yeah, Greg's a really important piece of that.
Yeah, you know.
He does a lot. He does the dirty work.
Yeah.
He's a good teammate.
Good player. Good depth player on that team.
But they have even... Sim obviously takes him another level, but like Jim's having a great year, Amir's having a great year, Buddy's starting to find his offense. They have a good team.
You know, other than Buddy, I think the trades kind of help him out.
Yeah,
they need another defenseman. Sim Mahal, he can play forward, can play defense. I got a funny story about this kid. This guy just started playing hockey a couple of years ago, and I remember the first game he ever played. He came to the dressing room and we were putting on our clothes. This guy was literally putting on hockey pants. And I looked over and I'm like, hey bro, you're the new goalie? He's like, no. He goes, the goalie's over there. I go, then what the fuck are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm getting ready. I'm like, who the fuck is wearing hockey pants out there? He's like, nobody wears pants? I'm like, nah bro, we don't wear pants. It was the first time he ever played ball hockey. He's come a long way. He's actually a pretty decent player now. Yeah?
And we mentioned it last week that if they could add a defenseman it'd be huge for them.
Yeah, and then when I got Sim, he's good. Preet, nothing but good things to say about Preet, all right?
Preet's a good guy, man.
Preet's having a good year. He's going to bring it, like I said, he's going to bring it every shift. And like I said, he's a veteran player. He knows how to win. He's won before.
And he fits in with that locker room.
And like I said, if Preet scores a couple goals in the playoffs, don't be shocked.
You know, he's
don't
having
be
a good
shocked,
year,
man. Don't
he's
be
having
shocked.
a very good year.
If we get some production out of Preet, is huge.
Yeah. Came in this year in shape, man.
That keto diet.
Yeah. But it's all about the keto, baby.
Yeah.
Gokia South was looking to keep themselves in a playoff position, and they would start off their weekend with a massive game with our Custom Homes, who were tied for the final playoff spot. It was a tight game with Gokia trailing 2-1 late in the second half. Harminder Atwal continued his breakout season, scoring with 2:10 left in the second half to tie the game for Gokia. The game would go into overtime, but nothing would be solved, sending this game into a shootout where the Grind Sangera scored the winner to give his team a huge extra point. Great job, Grind.
Salute, Grind.
Grind is sitting beside us, but he hasn't said a word all night. Kind of like usually when he shows up to the podcast.
Gokia would head into Sunday's games without Sunny Mataru. They took a 3-1 lead into the second half, but couldn't hold it, allowing Pizza 38 to take the game into OT and eventually winning it 4-3. Gokia would be upset to lose the extra point, of course, but the 3 points over the weekend keeps them in a playoff position. Jason Diol led Gokia with a goal and 2 assists over the weekend. Captain Sarb Binobat had these comments about the state of his team after his trades this season. I'm happy with how my team looks after our trades. We entered the season with maybe our biggest question mark being on defense, but after the moves I was able to make, when we have everyone here, our defense is a strong point for us now. And with, in my opinion, the best goalie in the league, Rajbir behind that D, we are hard to score against, and we have shown that in recent weeks. We are a lot deeper on forward now, having the player of Matt's caliber leading out there makes everyone else better. We do need to get better closing out games. We have let a lot of points slip this season, and we need to play a full 36 minutes each game. I think if we can make the adjustment, I really like how our team looks. Biggie, why don't you tell us a little bit more about Sarb and his team?
Yeah, they are a completely different team after the trades. I remember the first time we played them in the year, probably one of the easiest games we played. But now, honestly, they forecheck hard, they run a lot. Having Sunny Mataru, that guy's a top talent in this league, that's big. Their defense got stronger, they got deeper. Hinda's a good player, Jason's a good player. So yeah, I think they're a playoff team. He's right, they do have to have a better mentality when it comes to closing out games and just playing complete game overall. And some of their guys, they have a habit of making excuses for themselves. They got to stop doing that too. But overall, I think they're a playoff team now.
Rajbir looked really good.
He's
on Sunday.
Rajbir is the best goalie in the
I think we all agree with that, right?
He's having, the numbers might not show it.
Yeah.
But he's going to be consistent.
But it kind of does, like, I guess goals against whatever, but they've allowed the most shots this year.
Yeah.
And he has the highest save percentage.
Yeah, but that was also before the trade.
Before the trade. Now it's dropped. Like,
Also about that game on Sunday.
Yeah.
Roger, if you seen him after the game, he was fucking pissed.
And he had the right to be.
I think he tore the referee a new one.
Yeah, he did.
Let's discuss that call.
Yeah, I think we should.
Was the net move? The call on the ice was that lefty moved the net.
Lefty didn't move now.
I think that's what the call on the ice was.
I was
right?
literally watching from the glass windows.
Yeah.
And I think Manny would.
We all know. Manny even said after that, "Hey, it was him who moved the net."
It was
but lefty got the penalty.
It was a phantom call. I don't even know where it came from.
Was that the game-winning goal?
No, they tied it on that goal.
Yeah, so he was livid.
Yeah, he has the right to be honest.
Yeah, he tore the referee a new one. But did he go over the line by ripping him too much?
I didn't see him yell at the ref. I don't know how intense it got.
No, he did. He was pretty intense.
Yeah, he was intense.
Yeah, he was.
If that people don't know, Anis was there watching you guys this week.
Yeah, Anis was there. He was, in the crowds watching the fans.
Scouting. But it was a phantom goal, though.
I get that, but referees make mistakes.
Yeah.
If it was anybody else that yelled at the referee like that, you think they would have been more disciplined?
Potentially.
I think there would have been.
Yeah.
If it was somebody, for example, say you.
Yeah.
You tore the referee a new one like that. You don't think you would have got disciplined?
Maybe.
Or if it was somebody like Bobby, your captain. And he's got the right to talk to the referee.
It is possible the ref may have realized he made a
Throwing out a
mistake.
game for less. I know that.
If he's gone through... I don't know. Anyways.
This was during the game. That was ref's call, though. Ref threw him out, right?
The ref threw him out.
Yeah.
All right.
I do want to say Gokia South looked really, really good on the power play. It just felt like they tried really hard, but they just couldn't. They just couldn't finish on that power play down low.
That is something they do have a bit of a problem with, though. They got to start finishing their chances. Like, besides Herminder Atwell, nobody's been scoring consistently on that team, right? But Math is there now. Math had 2 points in the one game played. That was a big addition, too.
Math was missing on
the
Sunday?
second game, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, they've been playing way better defensively. They've been shutting teams down, but they haven't been scoring as much either.
Yeah, they got to get some scoring. Maybe start making some moves. I don't see start making another move. I think he's made all his moves. But then again, you never know, you know.
I agree with you. I don't think he does. If it is a move in me,
it'd be a scoring.
Scoring, and it'd probably come to him. You know what I mean? I don't think he's actively looking for it.
No, I don't think so either. I think he's made all his moves.
Yeah, because he has made a lot. Right?
Yeah, he's made two big moves.
Yeah.
So, I think Sarp's done well.
Excellent. Art Custom Homes game into Saturday's games with Gokia tied for the final playoff spot. And with a win, they could take that spot all for themselves. They had a 2-1 lead late into the game, but unfortunately something that has plagued them all season occurred once again as they gave up the lead, eventually losing the game in a shootout. They came into Sunday's games looking for a much-needed win against Fancy Doors and Moldings. Things didn't start out so well for Art Custom Homes as they went down 2-0, and Captain Sukman Thind was ejected early into the game for an accidental high stick that cut open one of the players on Fancy Doors and Moldings. Art Custom Homes fought hard to come back in this game, but eventually dropped it 3-2 in a tough loss for them, a really tough loss. Arjun Goman led Art Custom Homes with a goal and an assist over the weekend. Captain Sukman Thind made a trade the following day, adding strong rental piece Raj Verdi. Sukman had this to say regarding the addition. I traded for Raj Verdi, who I'll have back on defense. We were lacking another puck-moving D-man, and even though he's only a rental, I'm hoping this is what we were missing and that he can help us with our push for a playoff spot. Biggie, why don't you tell me a little bit more about Art Custom Homes and the tough weekend that they had and the addition of Raj Verdi?
Yeah, I played with Raj. We traded him. He's a great teammate, man. Great guy. He's solid back there. He can play forward our defense. He's solid on the defensive end. He has a great breakup pass. I think it will help him. I think it's a strong rental piece. But it was a tough weekend for them, man. They've blown a lot of leads this year. You know that too, Deshaun.
Yeah, they have.
Like those points now, they're starting to backfire. Because even if you go to those games and you get a lot of those games, they blew a lot of leads late. You get that one extra point a few times. They're probably in a playoff spot right now.
Raj Verdi, like I said, I watched the game that he played. So I watched a lot of that 7-6 game you guys had. Verdi was dying to make it on the show.
Yeah.
So he decided to call for up the middle. That's what Verdi was doing. Luckily, Tommy didn't score, but he came back with a couple nice plays after that.
Yeah.
Played well defensively. No, I think he'll be a good piece for Sukman.
Yeah.
He'll help that defense. One guy, like I said, I talked about last week. One guy needs to step up a little bit more. Arjun Guman.
Yeah.
Like, where are you? I had a conversation with Guman last week. I don't know if he's the same player.
I think he's aware that he's not playing at the same level.
Exactly.
Right, I think everybody's shocked by it.
Yeah.
Because we all played with him or played against him.
We expect him to be the old Guman. I know he had I think it was a knee surgery.
Yeah, and he's coming back.
It's going to take some time.
But
I thought we all thought he was going to be the old Guman.
He was a very high pick too, right?
Yeah.
And it's like he's a great guy. He's a great player.
Guy.
He's been a great player.
Love the guy. He's a great player.
It's pretty noticeable right now. He's not the same player.
Do you think Sukman should maybe move him? 5 p.m. deadline tomorrow. You could get a lot for him.
You could, especially to a team that's has a chance, knows they're in the playoffs, right?
And maybe to a team that Guman doesn't have to be the top guy.
Yeah, but they would still be willing to give multiple pieces for him, right? Like, it's something maybe you consider. You're in a position where you don't really have room for it. You have to do something, right?
Maybe Sukman gets a couple pieces for him.
Exactly. Maybe he makes the team deeper.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Because I'm saying, like, I don't know. He just doesn't look like the same player out there.
Yeah, I agree. And I think it's something Sukman probably considers. right?
Yeah, but the Sukuman's always thinking I used a first round pick on him.
Yeah.
I need to get a first.
Have to be
I don't think you get somebody in the first round back.
Yeah, you won't.
You might get somebody that's a little bit two top end players.
Two top end players.
A little bit lower, maybe some second, maybe a second line player and a defenseman.
Yeah, just
right?
makes your team deeper.
Just makes
overall,
your team deeper,
right? But I think you'd consider. But I agree with you because he's first round pick. I think it'd have to be something where he's like, okay, I have to take this.
Sukuman needs to do something. He's got to get in the playoffs.
Yeah, like Verdi's a good addition.
Verdi will help.
100%.
But the thing is, if he gets into the playoffs, Verdi's not there.
Yeah.
Verdi's missing the whole playoffs.
And sometimes you just need to shake shit up.
You do.
There's like, when you keep blowing
I think he didn't have Sim playing defense. He had Sim playing forward the games that we played against him.
Yeah.
He had the game we played against him, Sim was playing forward. He might be playing defense now.
Yeah.
But maybe because of lack of defensemen, maybe that's why he made a natural defenseman.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he made the trade.
Yeah.
But Verdi will help.
Verdi will help for sure. Verdi can produce offense too.
Yeah, Verdi will help that team.
Yeah.
But the question is, do you keep Guman?
I'd
explore my option. If I'm Sukuman, I'd make calls and say, hey, I'm shopping Guman. Yeah. What are you offering?
That's exactly how I'm thinking. It's not easy because Guman, if he finds his game, he's one of the best, right?
Yes, I agree.
And he's a great teammate, a great guy.
100%.
But I would be exploring it too. You're not in a situation of power at this point, right?
No.
You need to
he
fight
needs to get in the
back
playoffs.
to make the playoffs.
He needs to make a bold move to get in the playoffs.
Like maybe you can even you get Arjun, you put maybe some third line guys with him, and you get 3 solid pieces back, right?
Maybe.
Like
I don't know, but the thing is, Guman, I feel like if I'm Sukuman, I explore the option.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
I make calls. I let people know that he might be available.
I would be for sure seeing what I can get for him. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you should give All India a call.
I'm sure a lot of teams would be willing to make that call too. I'm sure if he goes and says, okay, I'm seeing what I can get for Arjun, I'm sure there would be a lot of teams ready to make a move.
Yeah. Like I said, if he finds his game, he's a stud.
Oh, he's one of the best in the league.
Yeah. It's kind of shitty that Sukuman got kicked out of the Fancy Doors game. I know he personally didn't mean to hit the guy in the head.
It was
sometimes it happens. It's part of hockey, right?
He was taking a shot.
Yeah, it happens.
But that was a big loss for them. Like
that turned the whole game.
He's probably their best player. Yeah. He is their best player, and he's been having a massive year. Yeah.
That changed the whole game for them.
Take some momentum.
You lose your captain right there, right? Yeah. Team lost its steam.
And it was so early, too.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Henry Singer came into this weekend's game sitting in last place. They had just made a blockbuster move at the end of last week, and were hoping those changes were what they needed to move them back towards a playoff position. They started the weekend with a tough test versus top-seeded All India. They fought hard but weren't enough for the league's leaders, falling 4-1. Captain Sunny Sekon, who has been busy all year, pulled off another trade in between games, adding Prab, Amraj, and Jatin before Sunday's game. This wouldn't change the result, though, as Henry Singer fought till the end, but fell short, losing 6-4 to Eyes on 34th. Kulshan Kalon led Henry Singer with a goal and an assist. Sunny continued wheeling and dealing on Monday and made 3 deals, bringing in Balraj Lally, Rajbir Atwal, and Sukhman Sandhu. Sunny Sekon had this to say about his moves and his team heading into the deadline. I'm happy with the deals we made. It's never easy having to deviate from your plan as much as I did all year. When I built the team at first, I thought it looked rock solid on paper, but it was one of those seasons where we just couldn't get going. In the odd time where we had momentum, it seemed like a player would be out of town or suspended. I didn't want to move anyone and moved some great locker room guys like Jaspal and Preet to try and get some young, fast guys and go on a run in the last 5 games. I know most of the guys I've acquired and know what they're capable of, and think that if we control our game and get a little help from other teams, we can sneak into the playoffs and make some noise. Jessa, you were part of the trade. I know you talked a little bit about it before, but why don't you talk about Henry Singer and some of the acquisitions that they've made, and whether or not Sunny is onto something and maybe they can sneak into the playoffs and make some noise.
I really hope they do. First of all, I'd say Sunny's a class act. He didn't have to trade me or Preet. For him to do that, it shows a lot of class, and I'll shut that out. Thank you, Sunny. And he didn't just go and trade us to teams that are struggling to make the playoffs. He traded us to teams that are pretty much going to make it there. So a lot of respect for you on that. Also, I agree with them, man. Every time it looked like we had momentum coming in, we started to get some win or a win or two behind us, something would happen. You know, we get a suspension. For a team that was the least penalized team all year, we have 4 suspensions. And that's fucking bullshit. Some of the suspensions are fucking questionable at all. Like, they're the worst suspensions you're going to see. But we'll leave that to the league and let them handle it. I don't want to get too much into that because, you know, whatever. But yeah, so back on topic about the momentum. I think that if they can get it together, like the new additions that came, called Sean, Guggen, we had Prab show up the next game, you know. Our team looked different, man. They looked a lot better. I did get a direct quote from my ex-teammate of Guggen's. I'm not saying it wasn't for me. I'm not the ex-teammate. This is somebody that's played with you, not in the PBHL. He basically said that Guggen needs someone to carry him, and he'll play a lot better. So basically saying that Guggen can't be the main guy on the line. He needs to be the complementary player on that line. And I kind of agree with that. Seeing him out there, you know, I don't think he can carry a line himself, but if you put him with someone like Sean, or you put him with someone like that, I think he's a great complementary player on that line.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all.
You have to be able to produce with good players, right?
I think when he was with Pizza 38, they thought that he was going to carry a line for them. You know, he's going to be the centerman on that line or a winger on that line. He's going to carry that line. I don't think he's that type of player. I think he's a great complementary player on the line. I think he can get some done. He played great for us in that second game. You know, he had a couple of points. He played well, and he played well with Clashawn.
Yeah.
And I think that's his role, and that's what he should do. And play good defense.
Yeah, because he had a good year last year, but he was playing with good players, right?
Exactly.
And that's a quality to have, too, though. If you have to be able to produce with good players, there's nothing wrong with that, right?
And you know, and that's good, man. So I hope Henry Singer does well. I hope they somehow make the playoffs. Yeah. And I'd love to see him there. Like I said, mad props to Sonny. And, you know, best of luck to you guys the rest of the year.
And you know what? I gotta agree with you. Class act, man. The guy's a good guy in general. We had a long conversation this week when I was talking to him about his quote and all that. He's a good guy. He's a smart guy.
Yeah. And some years it just doesn't work out.
It doesn't work out.
Like last year, look at him last year. He didn't make a single move, and his team went to the finals.
Yeah.
And you know, this year he tried making moves. Yeah. It just didn't happen.
In the positive, though, there's 10 points available to 4 back.
Yeah.
I don't think Sonny's making any more moves.
No.
Like he was pretty clear about that. So now all the guys in this team, they know this is your team. Huh? This is your ship. If you want to make the playoffs, we're making the playoffs on this team. You guys have a game versus Sarb guys still, right? Yep. So it's time. You need everybody just to commit and focus. He traded the veteran guys, which was a great move by him. A lot of respect. But he got different pieces back. Maybe a little younger. Maybe
more speed.
They can add more speed. They can play a different game.
Yeah.
And honestly, I agree with you, man. He's a good guy. I would not be disappointed if he made the playoffs at all.
Not at all. Not at all. And I'm hoping they do.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the PBHL Game of the Week. And this week it was Vacuums Are Us versus Pizza 38. It's time for Biggie's Breakdown.
Yeah, man, this was a wild game. Vacuum started off, they got 2 goals. They were up 2-0. They were playing pretty well. The 4:25 mark, Pizza 38 came back, got 3 goals, including 2 goals with 45 seconds left in the period.
Wow.
Which is hard to take.
I watched a bit of this game because they were playing right after.
Yeah.
It was an entertaining game.
Yeah, it was definitely entertaining. No defense, it's definitely entertaining. They came out, they took the lead. I think they had a 2-goal lead. Vacuums battled back. They took another 2-goal lead.
Pizza 38 had 2 2-goal leads in this game.
And this one was late in the game.
There was a chance for them to make it 3-goal lead.
Yeah.
Like I said, Raj Verdi tossed it up the middle with nobody around him other than Raj.
So this happened with the 2-goal lead.
Yeah, with one of the 2-goal lead. I think it was 6-4 at this time.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, Raj Verdi have no idea what the hell he was thinking. Runs behind the net, just looks up, throws it up the middle. Only person standing there is Raj and Tommy.
Is that their connection, man? He's trying to cook up Verdi.
Tommy's a job.
Verdi.
Oh, Verdi.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, Tommy comes in, shoots it. Luckily, the goalie saved it. Well, that would have been a nice 3-goal lead. I think it would have been over for you guys.
Yeah.
But they came back. Verdi played well after that.
Yeah, after that was 4 total. He actually scored a tying goal.
Yeah.
With 40, made it 44 left. Went to overtime. Gerp set up Katie. Gerp 6 points.
Before that, you guys have another chance. Huge save by Guppy Rye.
In overtime?
Yeah, dove across. Yeah. Flopped across like a ragdoll. I don't know how I don't know he was that flexible, to tell you the truth.
Didn't have the best game, but he made a big save.
He made a big save in OT.
But eventually, Gerp found KD. Gerp 6 points this game. KD 4 points. Cal a hat trick. Got a lot of.
Tommy had a 5-point game.
Tommy had a 5-point game.
Yeah.
Akash had a hat trick in a 5-point game.
It was a high scoring game. A lot of guys played well.
It was a solid game all across, and that's the game of the week.
How many times have you picked your team in the game of the week?
If it's good games, what am I supposed to do? This is second time only.
Second time only?
But the other one was
feels like 4 or 5.
Yeah, he's always picking his team, huh?
Were you saying this wasn't the game of the week?
It was alright.
Yeah, and the other one was when there was 3.
There was like 4 goals and 2. Just let it go. Just let it go.
Spitting.
Let it go. Let's move on to the weekly sports report rookie of the week for week 12. Who do you got?
Bobby Rye. He let in 1 goal on 17 shots, and he got an assist. So as a goalie, getting an assist was pretty sweet. So this is the second time Bobby's been rookie of the week. Played well. He deserves it. For week 13, it's Armin Bassi from Vacuums R Us. He got 1 goal, 1 assist in the win versus Gallo. It was big moments in the game. He played well. Those are the 2 rookies of the week.
For Jussa and Biggie studs and duds of the week, in week 12, the honorable mentions are Cal Sahota with 3 goals, Rajan Tami with 2 goals and 3 assists. Jussa, who do you got for your studs?
My stud of the week's got to be for week 12, Gore Bangle for Saturday's performance. What can you say? The guy had 6 assists.
That's insane.
Not only is he playing center this year, he's gotten in shape. He's better. He's a 2-way player now.
He's been a beast.
I play with this guy with the Kings all the time. I never expected him to be a center. He usually plays wing. And tell you the truth, his defense was lackluster. We'd always be yelling, "Hey, Gorp, run back. Gorp, run back." Now, he's the first guy back.
Yeah, he's on his horse this year.
He's playing a 2-way game I've never seen before. He looks good. And I'm pretty sure he went out that night and went to Privé and partied like a motherfucker.
He performed. He even went partying, man.
Yeah.
And honestly, he's been great in the locker room this year.
He's having a good year, man. Kid's finally maturing.
Biggie, what do you got?
I got to go with Akash Mata. Same game. Hat trick and 2 assists. He played well. He tried to carry his team to a win. He's been playing well all year. The offense hasn't been a problem for the team, and he's been a big reason why they can produce. It was a good game. And yeah, he deserves the start of week 12.
For week 13, all honorable mentions are Kenny Sandu with 2 goals and 2 assists, and Sonny Brar with 3 goals. Jussa, who do you have for your stud?
Mine's got to be Sim Sandu. Not only did he fly back last minute, he also put up 2 goals and 3 assists. That's a MVP-like performance. He changed that whole game, the whole dynamic of that team. They're a completely different team when he's out there.
You can just see it when he's ready to take over.
He's a beast.
He just takes over.
He's a beast. He's a tough guy to defend.
Biggie, who do you got?
I got Bobby Bang. I'm a captain, man.
Obviously, you're captain.
Not only did he get a hat trick, though, it was big goals. He got the game-winning goal. He got the tying goal. When we needed it, when we blew a lead, he stepped up for us, man. And he played good the whole game. He's been hurt the whole year. People don't know about it. He's been hurt. Not in minor way.
But what's hurt?
I'm not going to say what's hurt, but it's in a way where it actually impacts his game. He's been solid for us, man. He led this week. He was a leader.
All right, and who do you got for duds? Start us off, Jussa.
My dud of the week's got to go to Guppy Rye. I know people are going to say, hey, they got 3 out of 4 points. I understand that. But you blew 2 2-goal leads. You gave up 10 goals this weekend. You're a second-round pick. You shouldn't be giving up 5 goals a game. I just expect more from my second-round pick. Not only that, you're winning the game. You're up twice by 2 goals. Regardless of how the defense is playing, you got to make a save for your team.
Yeah,
you got to make a save. Second game, I understand you played a lot better, but you guys were down 3-1 at halftime. Something must have been said, and I understand Guppy got his ass in gear and played a lot better in the second half. But you got to come out every week ups, and you got to play a lot better.
There was a moment, started the second half, where Birdie went and talked to him in net.
Yeah.
And it seemed like after that, Guppy settled down.
Yeah.
He played good after that.
Yeah. But like I said, Guppy, I expect you to be a better goal because I've seen you play better, and that's why you're my dud of the week.
For me, sticking with the goalies, it's the same thing. These guys are expected to be better. They're better than they've been playing. I got to give it to Balraj Kosa, man. His team didn't give up that many shots this week. He let up 9 goals in the whole weekend. He's you know this, I know this, he's a way better goalie than that. He's been one of the top goalies in this league for so long. He's a second-round pick.
We played him in the second game. They were up 2-0, 3-0. We got 1 or 2 back, and then we came back a little bit closer. And some of those goals were not like
they weren't goals you expect him to let in.
No,
right?
exactly.
I agree totally. They were not the best goals. There was a lot from a distance.
You expect better from him.
He has to be better than that.
Yeah.
And I'm sure both guys will, but
I agree.
those are the duds of this week.
I got one more done, and it's you, Biggie, for picking your own fucking team for everything.
I know,
the
what a
studs,
guy.
the duds, the
Okay,
fucking,
explain to me,
the
when your
fucking
team-
game
when
of
your
the
team
week.
scores- When your team scores 14
Okay,
goals
listen,
in 2 games,
listen.
you go 2-0.
This is what I'm telling you. Watch another fucking game, all right? Pick out somebody who did well from another team.
What am I supposed to do? The guy got a hat.
All right. I'm just,
Yo, what you can
listen,
do?
just
What you
giving a
can
hard
do? You
time.
stop fucking spitting on me again.
Hey,
I'm drenched in fucking saliva again.
that's in your contract that you have to accept that.
Gotta get those teeth in.
You just make sure you're not stumbling and bumbling this week, alright?
Don't worry, I gotta have 2 knee braces on. I'll be good to go.
I gotta mention one thing. We forgot about this, man. Jerry here, one of the nicest guy in the league, scored his first PBHL goals this week. The bar was static when he scored.
Congratulations,
It was like, you know, from
Jerry.
W movies when they have that wedding scene at the house and they all fucking dance and shit? That's how it was when Jerry scored, man. Happy for the guy.
Attaboy, Jerry, keep it up. At the 10-year, you're 47.
That wraps it up for another great week of PBHL action. Thanks for tuning in,
I
everybody.
think Grinder finally wants to say something on the podcast.
Oh, really?
I think so. Are you gonna say something? No, he's gonna stay mute. He's good.
Well, thanks for ruining what was otherwise a really good outro to the show. But thanks for tuning in again this week. Holler at us at PBHL_weekly. You can always reach us on there or like and subscribe on YouTube at Weekly Sports Report. And we'll holler at you guys next week. Thanks for listening.